Yo, what's good, y'all, man? We got Professor X variant trailer major reveal. Doctor Strange X-Men variant explain. We just got the trailer. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I always been going crazy with these leaked trailers, man. Been going crazy. You know what I'm saying? We just got our major reveal on what you call Professor X. You know what I'm saying? If y'all saw the trailer yesterday, y'all saw it, man. I was like, damn. Well, we got one cameo we saw, many more to go. You know what I mean? Tell you shit, but we gonna explain it on this video right here though. Say like it up, sub y'all. I got canes right here. I'm about to eat, and while I watch the video, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't a long video. It's like 10 minutes, but you know I ain't eat all day though. So type shit. Yeah, but yeah, check it out. Like, sub, and yeah, let's get it.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka All Fires. Now, it's normal for Marvel Studios to put misleads in the trailer, either things that get omitted in the final footage or things that they purposely don't want us to know about before the movie comes out. And in the case of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, where in the trailer they revealed variants of such characters as Professor X, played by Patrick Stewart, the misleads were very on purpose, leaving it ambiguous, so we didn't know exactly who's on that Illuminati council or which version of Professor X this exact.
Yeah, I still don't. Well, I don't know, but it seemed like he in the chair. Well, it seemed like he is on the chair. We saw it from yesterday. You know what I mean? Type shit. But it seemed like he on the chair. You know what I'm saying? You know, got bald head. You feel me, like the OG. And I don't know what very he is though. But he probably gonna tell us though. But yeah, though. But that's good. We saw one cameo. I know there's many more to come. You know what I mean? But they just keeping the secret. You know what I mean? To not this week coming up, but other weeks. You know, that's when everybody gonna tell us the movie and shit. So if you don't want to know, you know, don't be on social media, don't be on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that shit. Don't be on it because they would, tell us everything. No cap.
Exactly is. Well, yesterday we got a brand new trailer from ScreenX. I'm going to explain what that is if you're not familiar. I actually saw Spider-Man No Way Home in one of those theaters. Not a huge recommend unless you've already seen the film, but in the extended frames.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, what I'm talking about.
As is such the case with ScreenX, we got a further look at Professor X, and we're sometimes just
good look, not a good look, but like behind the back type shit. But you can tell like
a couple of extra frames don't help you figure out anything. In this case, it was a major reveal for which version of Patrick Stewart's Professor X we're going to be getting in this movie, and more importantly, which version we're not. We're breaking down everything in this major detail reveal for Professor X in the Multiverse of Madness. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews to the occasional industry insider scoop and everything in between. So if that sort of things for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That'll automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there and announce a brand new winner for the comic book giveaway from earlier this week at the Moon Knight watch party. Now, when we first saw Professor X, or should I say heard Professor X and the Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness trailer, that's right, if it weren't for that overdub voice where he says we should tell him the truth, I'm not sure we would have been able to tell without a shadow of a doubt that that was Professor X. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, we heard that voice, we like, we already knew that's the OG. You know what I mean? We already knew from that voice. We was like, yep, that's the OG, man. But they could like trick us too, though. That's why I was like, you know, I got a point. But I mean, you know, they could do that shit too. I ain't gonna lie.
We would have seen sort of behind the shoulder and the bald head and had an inkling it was him, but this was a case of Marvel Studios doing the opposite of what I mentioned in the prologue, giving us a bone because they knew we were so hyped, letting us know indeed he's coming back. But immediately the conjecture started about which version of Professor X this could be, mostly because
Netflix, Amazon, and HBO Max are always swapping movies, but with one just simple search, regardless of what service it's on, you can find
the original holdout from Patrick Stewart for not being in an upcoming MCU movie was he loved the send-off for Logan, and in that movie, not only Logan, but he passed away as well, meaning that character that we followed through the Fox continuity was a story that he paid reverence to. Hugh Jackman and him both wanted to leave those characters where they were and not ruin the ending, explaining how they came back some way in the multiverse. But given what we learned during the Loki series last year, variants can come in multiple forms. Sometimes they're completely different sexes or completely different animals, or sometimes, in the case of one of those final episodes of Loki, we saw another Loki that looked exactly like Tom Hiddleston. They are mirror images. So in this case, when we get a Patrick Stewart Professor X, and he rolls up in this frame with what's very clearly the top of a gold wheelchair, you can imagine last night that...
I was saying, look, I was saying my other video, like, in a wheelchair, just like the other X-Men, you feel me? The OG X-Men. I think got a suit on, you know what I mean?
Theory started spinning immediately, because where we know Professor X with a gold floating wheelchair from is not the X-Men films from the last 2 decades, but rather the original 90s cartoon. Funnily enough, X-Men 97, an extension...
I ain't watched the cartoon one, though.
Of that animated cartoon, picking right up where they left off in 1997, is expected to debut on Disney Plus next year or the following year. And in that, we may find out what happened to Professor X, as the series was left off in a cliffhanger with him at the edge of his life. Now we may be seeing a variant of that Professor X show up in Multiverse of Madness, and I don't want to get too excited, but I'm wondering if they didn't decide to use that exact variant. That's right, the one from the cartoon universe, in order to not only give stakes to this Professor X, we know who this is, but then you would give a lot of agency and stakes to X-Men 97 if, when picking up the cartoon in the next year or two, the Professor X and X-Men we follow from that universe has already shown up in the live-action MCU, connecting it all in the way that they seemingly want to, given the fact that so much left over from the What If animated series has seemed to have an impact on the MCU, and just already what we've seen as far as imagery in the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness trailer. They went ahead and made sure to show us there are a couple of animated frames right here. You can even see America Chavez and Doctor Strange turning into animated versions of themselves as they pass into this multiverse. So this image alone letting us know, yes, animated series are part of this bigger scale Marvel animated universe. And then, of course, in live action, Sinister Strange or Strange Supreme, seemingly the characters we saw in What If, it wouldn't be that much of a stretch if they would decide to do that now with the animated X-Men cartoon and bring in that Professor X. But of course, because variants work the way they do, it doesn't have to be the version from the cartoon. It could simply be a different version of Professor X, a variant in the multiverse. Remember, the Ancient One made sure to remind us that it's infinite universes, a countless number. It goes for infinity.
Yeah, fact. It could be anything, no cap. That's how multiverse work. They could be anything, yeah.
Could be multiple Professor X's that look exactly like Patrick Stewart at this age, who all use a gold wheelchair, not the one from the Fox X-Men, not the one from the animated X-Men, just a different variant. And if they decide to go that route, it sort of gives them an out for any actors who should or shouldn't show up during this film for a one-off and then not reprise their role going anywhere forward in the MCU. Of course, I'm not sure why an actor would want to do that, why they'd want a one-off, except for Patrick Stewart, given his age and place in the story. I mean, shoot, if you're getting in the MCU, I would think for most actors they want to stay in there, but this is a really clean way forward for any actor who maybe wants to play the role, say, of Tom Cruise in a superior Iron Man. But
yeah, I was say, because I know some of them probably want to stay, but some of them probably going to die off, though. That's why they cameos, you know what I mean? So we see why Professor X, you feel me, stay alive type shit. You feel me, man? Because they might kill him off, you know what I mean? Even though we don't like, we don't want to see that shit. But I mean, he is a cameo though, so we see though. We see how we
doesn't want to be locked down by Marvel Studios for a 10-year, 6-picture contract, which is what we maybe heard from Emily Blunt, not wanting to be only an MCU actor with 10+ years and 6+ pictures on these contracts. It's sort of hard to be ambiguous for someone who's already as illustrious as her, who already has a ton of jobs. Their interests just go past working on these projects. Not every actor who joins is a diehard MCU fan. That would just be the rest of us. But in this case, I think the gold wheelchair is a huge inkling. Number one, we can rule out it's not the old Fox X-Men Professor X that Patrick Stewart played that we saw pass away in Logan. And number two, I wouldn't go ahead and say for sure it's the X-Men cartoon Professor X. I'm certainly holding out for that and hoping it is, but you can see
Hyundai Kona versus Jeep Renegade. Hyundai Kona wins every time.
Without a shadow of a doubt, the gold wheelchair that's present as he rolls up here in frame, and that is exactly what die-hard fans of that X-Men cartoon are going to remember, the floating gold wheelchair. I am so hyped for this, and the fact that Screen X is showing these extended frames. If you're wondering what Screen X is, it actually does this. I bought tickets for Spider-Man.
So it does that, like, okay, watch the movie, right? Okay, so you see this, that's the main screen, that's what we see. Then it just show, like, I mean, to me, I look at that, I'm like, damn, this shit fire though. I mean, that is me. It look fire though. I won't watch it my first time watching it, but second time I probably go, you know what I mean, Screen X, and you feel me, if I want to. But it look fire though. So you got that side, pretty much like you in a movie type shit. That's what it look like to me, like you in a movie. You feel me type shit.
And No Way Home on accident. I wasn't the only one who did this. Several of you went ahead and messaged me and said you did the same thing. I had already seen it at a pre-screener. Shout out to Soups. I had already seen it at his event, but I went and saw it opening night at one of these Screen X theaters, and it looks exactly like this. They actually cast part of the frames onto the sides of the wall in the theater. You get the same frame you would in front of you, but you get extended frames on the sides of the theater, and it's only for certain portions of the film that were shot that way. What I would say is, if you're interested in seeing the film like this, I would definitely recommend going to see a normal cinema or normal IMAX cinema experience. First for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse.
Like I was saying, first, and then second, if you really want to, you know, watch, then you go see it. Don't see it the first time, like with this. But see it the second time, type shit.
Multiverse of Madness, then add this in because, as some of my friends said from the opening night of Spider-Man No Way Home, while it was kind of cool in some parts, it felt a little gimmicky, sort of like a little bit like a theme ride, and very distracting if you hadn't already seen the film before, the way the cinematography was intended by the director, perhaps not how you want to see Doctor Strange the first time. Guys, let me know down in the comments how hyped you are for this film. We are literally less than 2 weeks away.
Well, almost 1 week away, type shit. After this week over, 1 week.
Screeners are next week. I'll be at that. The virtual press tour is a week from tomorrow. I'll be at that. And then, of course, the red carpet premiere is next Monday, May 2nd. And I am happy to announce I will be at that as well. So I love you guys. Let me know all your comments down below. And quickly, let's jump into the giveaway.
Yeah, you're going to be everything, man. But, hey, man, like it up, sub, man. That was a very explained video. Yeah, I'm excited, man. We saw one cameo out of many. You feel me? You know, they're keeping it tucked, though. You know what I mean? Till next week, till everybody get the embargo. And that's when they tell everything. You feel me? And I might do a video on those videos, man, telling everything, though. Because, you know, I'm going to watch it regardless. I'm going to watch Tuesday. So they do review and shit. I might check it out for y'all. You know what I mean? But that's if y'all want it. But, of course, I want it because y'all like Doctor Strange and shit. But like it up, sub, y'all. I'm excited. You feel me, man? And they get them tickets. So you want to be in the front seat? No cap. But yeah, alright. Peace.